Welcome back to Nick Lenz, Comic Corner Classics. This is episode number 21, 26, and Doubleshot 2020. When people think of the numbers 2020, either it's hindsight 2020 or the most hated year recent memory. People hate 2020. All because of COVID. Though I have pointed out to people, the first 2.5 months are actually pretty decent months. And then stuff starts falling apart basically halfway through March. Alright, moving on from that, we actually have two sci-fi trades from Marvel. First up is Star Wars, where we have Star Wars Dr. Aphra, I believe this is volume 5. The Spark Eternal, collecting issues 21 to 25 of Dr. Aphra, volume 2. Yep, the whole point of this. Now, the big thing about this story arc is that we actually have Sana Sanos, who actually has been a supporting character in this book since this volume since issue 1. Because the fact that, well, Dr. Aphra basically has become the main villain of her own book because of this object she found in the previous story arc. So Sana goes to look for and finds Dr. Aphra's girlfriend, Magna, who had not been seen since, get this, since the one shot that basically took place just after events of Empire Strikes Back. That was the last time she was seen ever in Star Wars. And here she appears again 2 years later. All because she loves Dr. Aphra. Yep. So they chase after her. And the whole point is basically free. And all of a sudden we also see the return of, get this, 000 and the Black C-3PO. Yeah. They randomly show up in this book. And by the way, what are they doing? Torturing people because they love torturing people. Yes. Now, why in the world they're here? Because we're getting to our 25th issue of this volume. And by the way, if you think about it from the previous volume, that was 40 issues. 25 of this book is like 65 issues. Which you're probably thinking, wait, why was issue 10 not dubbed the 50th issue of the series? Because I don't think Marvel thinks about when it comes to Star Wars numbering. But this book actually was really good. Alyssa Wong does a great job. It actually feels like a big step up from a lot of the previous issues. With Mikhail Jung basically doing the main artwork, with issue 22 does co-done with Nacha Bustos. Yep. The cover art here is done by W. Scott Forbes. Yes, out of the 5 volumes of this trade series, and of course out of the 25 issues, this is by far the best story arc of this whole run. It's usually been pretty okay for the most part, and then here it was like, wow, it feels like we're going back to stuff we actually love about the previous volume for the series, which is awesome. Next up we have is The Defenders Beyond. Unlike the now, but wait, this is actually a follow-up to this miniseries. Defenders, there are no rules. Yep, now we have a brand new lineup for the Defenders, which is comprised of Blue Marvel, Loki, Terra, the hot mama Galactus, Tigra, and American Chavez. Their purpose? To defend the multiverse. Yeah, basically this collects the 5-issue miniseries from Beyond, along with material from Thor. I think this was volume 6. I think it was issue 24. Yeah, they include the story in here of him showing up just after his appearance from his own solo book, where he's looking for Verity, and eventually he does find her. And apparently this leads to, well, Loki becoming a woman, because it's an older version of the character. And then we have this brand new thing, like... Now, my only guess is the reason why Doctor Strange is actually technically not in this book, because at the time these issues were coming out, Doctor Strange was dead. So we couldn't have that awesomeness that was the previous volume. By the way, Al Ewing and Javier Rodriguez, this is of course the follow-up to that book, like I mentioned. Same creative team. And they do like a lot of multiverse stuff. It's just a pure fun miniseries. And this is something basically you expect from Al Ewing. Something that's pure, fun, something people love. I give this book a 10 out of 10 because this book was awesome. Yeah, this is something I like when it comes to Al Ewing. And here's the strange thing, though. Stuff like this, if it's an ongoing series, Marvel doesn't care how it lasted more than a year before they axe it. But if it's super serious, like his run for Hulk, which by the way, that was really good, by the way. This has plenty of humor. It's like everything that people like about Al Ewing's writing. And I'm sure people probably were mixed on basically the style that he was going to do for Hulk. But Hulk was awesome. Immortal Hulk was amazing. But this basically feels like classic Al Ewing. And it makes perfect sense that he would basically do a follow-up to a book that he wrote. Loki Age of Asgard. Yep. But yeah, 2 really good books. Okay, so that's the particular next up. We're going to have some digital reviews. Here's some digital trades. First one's going to be some Spider-Man trades. But one is going to be the final trade for trade series. You'll find out what it is next video. Okay, next video. Bye.